The shamefully accepted unacceptables. Oh, lackaday, sang the little birdie of online biz, shamefully acknowledging your accepted, scripted, templated bullshit. Yuck. You know, the issue here, the issue is not that you get started. It's that there are so many people that are telling you that getting started is perfectly fine. Just start putting stuff out there. Start doing it with this script, that script, this template, that template, as if copy pasted bullshit makes perfect sense to anybody other than like you for some reason that are choosing to buy that stuff from somebody. Why would that be interesting? Why? Because you want to get started? Okay. If I am learning tennis, let's just play. If I'm learning tennis and I'm taking my lessons from you, and you happen to be a good tennis player, you are going to show me how to do a good forehand. Show me how to hit a good forehand. Show me how to hit a good backhand. Show me how to do the various things necessary to start to, you know, get okay as a rank beginner in my tennis. Would you, as a coach, prepare me to dazzle people with my skills when I'm a rank beginner? No, of course not. No, no. And yet, in this online business space, like people are always telling you, all you have to do is these scripted, repeat after me ways to approach stuff. And you too can start your business. Rank beginner stuff is not the way to actually impress anybody other than, a few of your friends. Hey, look at you. Hey, look. Wow, you're doing it. That's as good as like, getting on a bicycle with training wheels and say, look, look at you. You're going now all by yourself. Yay! Look at you. You did it by your own. But the problem is that you're not 3. You are not 4 years old. You're not. So when you start to do some kind of online biz thing, some of your friends might treat you like you're doing it. Look at you. You're actually going. Don't confuse getting started with being good enough. There's too many of these unacceptable methods that are being bandied about and passed off as acceptable in this online space. It's sort of a shame, but I'm not one to tell you what you ought to think. I know what I think because I know what I see out there. I think it takes getting fed up with all of that stuff out there in order to see that it's not a formula for you. When it's not a formula for you, then you're ready, then you can step up and in. then you can do things that are of more value. But in the meantime, uh, so I'll tell you, I've been going out into the water here. I've been swimming up at our beach. It's cold. Let's find out how cold it is. I'll see. If I scroll to my current temperatures in the app, I can see that it truly is cold right now. Here it is, water temperature. So right now, in Gilalai, which is the closest approximate, it's 4.7 degrees. And 4.7 Celsius works out to 40.5. So it's 40.5 degrees Fahrenheit. That's cold. That's chilly. And I've been swimming in this water. And you know what I noticed? Doing this takes doing the hard work. It's a mindset shift. And what mindset shift would that be? Well, I'll tell you. First, you have to understand that there's a big difference between jumping into some water off a pier and being in that cold water and then climbing back up a ladder where you're then, out of the water again. There's a big difference between that and getting bundled up, walking to the beach, sitting down on some rocks at the beach, disrobing, walking across the cold, wet, snowy, frozen sand because it's a little bit below freezing here. And then walking into the cold water, wading in to through the shallow water until it's up to, I don't know, a little bit above waist level, and then getting underneath and then swimming in the waves. Today I only did 20 one-way breaststroke, 20 back the other way backstroke, and then getting back out, walking back out of the shallow water to the beach, walking on the cold, wet, snowy sand up the beach to where my towel and my clothes are, drying off a little bit, getting into warm enough clothing with the wind whipping, which, it's pretty serious, and then going back home. Right now, my hair is wet. I'm getting warm again. That has a lot of not only mindset shifts, but there's also an understanding that what you need to do is prepare. I have a nice warm room here so that I can gradually thaw out my fingertips and my toes. They're still tingly right now. That's the work. Choosing to accept and embrace that there's work That's the work. We live in this immediacy culture now. And the immediacy culture is something that people who are young are very accustomed to. Let me see if I can find an app for that does the hard work for me so that I don't have to do the hard work. We don't want to do the hard work. There's a lot of people who are trying to tell you in this immediacy culture that convenience is at your fingertips so that you don't have to do the hard work. And I'm telling you that you do. There are many reasons to do the hard work, not the least of which is that you end up learning how to do what it takes, what is required. And if instead you choose to just pursue these apps, thinking that you can do it easier, thinking that these people's bullshit promises are actually going to solve your problems, they're not. They're not. It requires doing the hard work. I want you to embrace that. So this has been a little bit more like wandering. And I'll hop off now. But this is me reminding you, do not accept that crapola that is bandied about as acceptable. It's a shame. And it ought not to be the benchmark. Learn to do the hard work. That's what's going to make things move forward. Every single time. I'm out of here. See you later.